Yo, 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 what's going down? This is Brown 96, and I present to you the Hip Hop Spot podcast theme. Yeah. Yo, I'd like to introduce to you a product of the hood. A product like the product you get caught up selling in the hood. Without the sugar, ain't no foolery, so don't you try to fool me. Done enough years of hooligan, so don't test. Get your jewelry taken, leave you visibly shaking. But I learned the hard way. Listen to the theme of today, and can show you the way. Not to say I got the answers, but the answers lie between the eyes. Yes, it can decide if you stay alive or become dormant. Got the passion for the soreness. I'm in the stage of my life where I think I need some balance. I thought I needed status, but now I know that it's a balance. Welcome to the Hip Hop Spot. Get ready, it's coming. Let's see, let's learn your journey now. Welcome to the Hip Hop Spot. Get ready, it's coming. Get ready, let's go. Let's go now. Welcome to the Hip Hop Spot. Get ready, it's coming. Let's see, let's learn your journey now. Welcome to the Hip Hop Spot. Get ready, it's coming. Get ready, let's go. Let's go. They're talking trash. You talking a good game just to get the money fast, but you're robbing your own people just for a quick buck. I'll expose you to face wannabe, so don't press your luck. I'm as real as they come, dog. I'm hoping you can see this. Bring the power back to the people, doing it the way we know. Practice discipline daily, although it seems to be hazy. I know.
Yeah. What was I thinking? Girls like that don't go for guys like me. Why not? You think guys like you?
What's up, big dog?
No one is into this cute thing, including me.
What up, my boy? What's up, carnalito?
No way.
What's going on, big dog?
But you can. Please, that's like
I can't hear you, dog. ¿Qué pasó, big dog?
Ahí está, I can hear you, bro. I wasn't able to hear you and shit. Órale, hey, how you doing, homie? How's everything
Aquí,
going?
big dog. Aquí trabajando, dog. I'm on the platforms, dog. Look, man.
Shit, it's dope.
Working, big dog. Just chilling, fool. I'm just showing love, my boy, real quick. You know, I can't really be on live with you and shit. The last time I was trying to get in, but you know things happen. And look, it was a fucking train right there.
Dang.
Yeah, cool. But yeah, I just want to check up with you real quick, my boy. You know, ya sabes, estoy en el trabajo, so these motherfuckers be looking at the camera.
Keep me updated with that one episode, bro. I want to see it.
Yeah, for sure, dog. I don't even know what's gonna happen. It's a pilot, fool, so I don't know who's gonna pick it up. I don't know if they're gonna pick it up, like Netflix or Hulu's gonna pick it up. We don't know, pues saber qué pasa, you know?
And that's dope, way. You're in the pilot. That's dope, way. Usually the pilot is like the dopest episode of the series and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fucking.
That's cool.
But yeah, my boy. But yeah, I just want to see what's up with you. You know, say what's up to your people and all that out there in Salinas. From over here, showing love from LA to Salinas. You know.
Gracias, homie. That's what's up. Hey, that's what's up. Now I got the homie Bigg Ivan on the gonna be on the live. We're gonna talk about all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? So later on, I'm gonna post it on YouTube anyway. So fucking if you're not able to check in and shit, fucking just check it out on YouTube and shit.
For sure, big dog. For sure. All right, big dog. I te dejo, carnal. You know, good seeing you, big dog, and peace and love to you, all your love, all your gente out there, big dog. Stay safe, big dog.
Igualmente, G.
All right, big dog. Later.
Good night, homie.
Ole.
What's up, my people? What's up? So we're back to the Hip Hop Spot podcast with your host, Brown 96, desde Salinas, California, putting it down, you know, like I know how and shit. But today we got a special guest, the homie Bigg Ivan. El homie, he's from San Diego. he's really deep into politics, you know what I mean, and he knows a thing or two about the system and shit, and I wanted to have him come on and just talk about, you know what I mean, how we as raza are dealing with this whole political drama, you know what I mean, and where we fit in as gente, and how we can prepare ourselves for whatever's to come, you know what I mean. So we're gonna be talking about a whole lot of shit, pero you know what I mean, it is what it is. So as y'all know, I've been posting about my theme song, the Hip Hop Spot Podcast. So make sure you check that out on YouTube, you know. And it's I'll be doing my thing, and me and the homie Smokey SMK, we're gonna be dropping the albums pretty soon. So I'll be dropping that shit online también, so you guys can check it out. And there's nothing but dope shit to come, you know what I mean? So stay tuned to that shit. And as for right now, I'm gonna just be rocking to some fucking to some instrumentals, you know what I mean? You know how I do with the Hip Hop Spot, bumping that shit all the time, and hopefully they don't bring my shit down. I'm gonna put it a little bit low, that way you're not even, you know, you can hear it but not really and shit. But you know what I mean, check it out. Yeah. And as for right now, we're gonna introduce the homie. We're gonna bring the homie Bigg Ivan onto the line. And are you ready, homie? I'm gonna bring you in and shit.
Oh,
What's
whoa, whoa,
good,
whoa.
homie? What's good?
Whoa, what's
¿Cómo
going on,
estás,
bro?
my
What's
boy?
going
How
on?
you doing?
What's going on? Good, man. Good, good, good. Good to see you, man. Fuck. Shout out, man. Shout out to Salinas over here from San Diego, man. Much love.
That's what's up,
Fuck.
man. Hey, so man, you know, we got the homie Bigg Ivan on the line. You know, you wanna rep what you represent, bro? What you about?
Well, shit. Right now, I was about to hit the bed, but I came to join you, and basically, man, I'm on for social awareness. As far as like La Raza being aware of like their rights and you know this like in empowering the community. You know what I mean? Letting them know that they have more power than what they feel like. Because a lot of my friends, a lot of especially Raza feel powerless. You know what I mean? They feel like their vote doesn't count, their vote doesn't matter. You know, and that's been a generational thing. Every generation, like as far as I know, I can think of like 6 families that voting is not enforced. Voting is not implemented into their belief, into like, hey, you know what? That's mandatory. When you get 18, you're gonna do that. You know, most of our people, I feel like, you know, we're entrenched of like getting a job, going to school. You know, I think they should add go and vote. You know what I mean? But it's each one teach one. You know what I mean? So that's basically from the angle I'm coming from.
Sounds good, bro. Hey, you know what I mean? That's what we need as people, you know what I mean, to join in and in pláticas like this, and just, you know, be aware of certain situations that is happening, whether we like it or not, whether we agree with it or not. You know what I mean? Whatever the case, these things still happen, you know, and they will continue to happen whether we're conscious of it or not. But
Yeah.
at what age, bro, were you you know, aware of where you stood as a, you know, as a male in, you know, as a Latino in America? At what age were you socially aware of these things?
I'm very young, man. I think at the age of like 13, 12, I had an outlook on what this country thought of me. You know what I mean? And as I got older, I got to add more, I would like to say, like tools in how to out, like it's all about perspective. So like I grew up you know, listening to Chicano rap and being about like family, friends, homies, and us versus them mentality. And it was hard for me growing up at a young age, looking at America like through a certain lens. You know what I'm saying? Like it was I felt at the time I was aware of what I thought people thought of me, and then I later on in life I found out that it was kind of like a small lens I was looking through. I wasn't taking in consideration, you know, their feelings, their perspective. You know what I mean? So I felt a little closed minded, but I've been aware like of my surroundings and stuff like that since I was young, like 13.
Okay. Now, did reading have a lot to do with that too? Did you get into reading like politically engaged books and stuff or articles?
What got me amped like around 16 years old, 16, 17 years old, we had the marches. We had the marches to go protect Chicano Park.
Oh, okay.
Down here in San Diego, they wanted to build the police station. They wanted to tear down the park and put a police station there, and the people got together and we're like, nah, we're fed up. You know what I mean? We're like, nah, we ain't gonna let that happen. So like, you know, it was crazy because at the time, like I said, having a small lens to look through, we didn't really know the political ramifications of like the decisions we were making, but we knew something was wrong, bro. We understood that deep down in our hearts something was wrong, and we needed to walk out. So what sparked my interest wasn't necessarily reading, as reading should always be number one, man. It should always. Now that I'm later on in life, I'm 33 years old now. Now that I understand a lot better. Like reading, I encourage everybody to read up on any subject that you're curious about. But back then, it was more about, you know, what was the hot what was like the hot button issue. And at that time, it was Chicano Park in the 2000s, and we had some injustices that we walked out of school, and then that just sparked a revolutionary type of thinking. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when Che Guevara was, everybody had Che shirts, and you know, even though America would look at that like oh, these guys are crazy or communist or stuff like that, and the individual representing that didn't really know all the history of Che Guevara, but they understood that something was wrong. They understood, like, I remember doing the marches, bro, and we had people from the news, you know, trying to talk to us and you know, bringing up points, valid points. Hey, why you should be in school learning about this topic, learning about this issue instead of walking out. But like, if we go to school, nobody hears us. We cost the city at least a couple mil in just walking out. You know what I'm saying? Because schools get money from the federal, from the feds for every day that you go. Every day that you're not absent, you get money. So the schools get money. So when we walked out, we messed with people's pockets. You get what I'm saying? So we got a lot of attention that way. But as soon as they tell us, like, yo, you don't know what the topic is about, that's not even relevant, bro. We understood that something was wrong, and we needed to show out something. So we got in. The only way we knew out was to protest and walk out and cost people money. You know what I mean? That's the only way we as kids, bro. As kids, that's the only way we had our voices heard. You know what I'm saying? Because in classes, they're not teaching what we should be learning. You know what I mean?
Exactly. They're teaching what America has done for the country, which is a lot of it is pretty fucked up. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And they paint it the way they want to paint it, bro.
Yeah, no doubt. But I feel like they're always fucking with Chicano Park though. Like, what is their point of view? Why they don't like Chicano Park?
Well, some of the key points that they bring up is like, you know, well, this is America. You know, you should be flying, you know, USA flags, and you know, they could be using that real estate to make, you know, something more lucrative, like something that makes money. You know what I mean? Put up business, and they did, man. They actually, the Chicano Park is still there, but they made like a little shopping center, like right. They cut up a little piece, and I mean, it's beautiful and stuff like that, bro. But you know, I you know, it's part of the land there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's you know, when the United States took the California, Texas, and basically annexed Texas and took California and everything, like they gave amnesty to the residents there.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? So it's like it's in it's in the soil, bro. Like Mexican culture is in the soil down here.
Yeah.
So it's not, and it's a part of American history. We are American, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Our
from
blood
their
has been shed
perspective,
through
what was
through
that, bro?
wars, bro. Our blood has been shed through wars to protect the nation. You know what I mean? So in my book,
Absolutely.
shit, we're part of it 100%.
Absolutely. I just feel that maybe the other side feels like we're not trying to integrate, or we're not trying to assimilate. You know what I'm saying? Like to be part of the United States, and that couldn't be farther from the truth, man. I'm American, from Mexican descent, and I love my culture. I love the fact that I'm American, and we're able to do things like this, and we're able to speak out and speak our minds. If I could tell somebody that's worried about Mexican people, if I could tell them, hey, you know what, like you ain't got nothing to worry about over here, man. Like we know where we stand. We know where the opportunity is. We understand that, at least I'll speak for myself, that whoever I speak to, that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like it's I just love the situation, man. I love the fact that, like I said, I'm American from Mexican descent, bro.
Yeah. Now, has anyone ever tried to like make Chicano Park a landmark? Because as my understanding is that once it's a landmark, they can't touch it. It's like it has to be kept, right, and maintained, right?
I remember back in the 2000s, the Brown Berets had some organization going on. You know what I mean? And they were pushing for something like that. But sad to say that they're not prevalent. They're not. It was good ideas, but just it never. Unfortunately, they never pushed forward in the correct way to get support. You know what I mean? And that's sad in itself. That's a whole nother thing. Like, uh, you know, specifically during like these times right now where we need leadership, there ain't none to be found. We got people that want to do better, that are in key positions. We have Mexican senators, we have Mexican ¿cómo se llama? Or Latino, I should say, Latino senators. We have Latino house in the House of Representatives and stuff like that. But they don't have the support. They
Yeah.
don't have the support of the people to make moves. The people are sick and tired of stuff, and they're just exhausted, bro. They're exhausted of all the politics. But imagine the person that went to school for 8 years, political science majors, graduated with their BAs, ran for office, won, and then now they can't get bills passed because people don't want to vote. Like this, you get what I'm saying? Like these are people that invested money, their time, their future. They're invested in the stuff that we want to change, and they don't have no support, man. And that's again, goes back to voting.
All right. We had conversated about the voting and the importance of voting, and when I know like you mentioned, like walking out from high school and all that, and the power of that, in terms of numbers, on how much money would cost the system, to do that. But as a kid, bro, I remember in high school when I would walk out, it was kind of more of a game, bro. When you're a kid, you just want to get out for the fucking fun of it. You know what I mean? You're not really thinking about, I'm doing it for a cow, for the cow side. You know what I mean? You're just doing it to fucking like to leave class, but you don't want to be in school shit. You know what I mean? But when did you realize, like this is really, I really want to make a change. Like I really want to make a change, and I want to get educated and more about, how to learn more about, what Congress is, all there is to know about governmental rules and policies. When did you get to that stage?
It was probably I've always wanted to make a change, but when I got it like serious where I want to like buy equipment and get out there y todo, probably like since like after 2018. Trump got elected, and I was like, you know what, we'll see where this goes, and it just went all to shit. You know what I mean? So, well, at least from my perspective, you know, and it dawned on me that, you know, over 100 million people didn't vote, bro. It was like 40% of 40. I think like only 55% of the people voted that were eligible to vote, and like that's insane. Like that is really insane to me, bro. I think if I remember correctly, like about 55% of the Latino vote didn't vote. Like that's insane. So so I started doing a little bit of research. I started looking into like our representatives and stuff like that. Then things started getting more out of control. They started narrowing the choices down for the Democratic nominees. And once Biden was the final choice, you know, whether I like him or not, because I don't, you know, I still got to roll with the alternative. You know what I mean? COVID hits. I know I spoke to you before COVID, I think, right?
Yeah,
more or less around either when COVID early started or whatever. And that's when I started getting equipment, and then I started getting more informed and kind of draw out a plan of what I want to do to you know, I feel like if we have a collective vote, if we have, you know, like I was explaining to you, like if my county, we have like 30 different areas, right, or whatever. In my area, if I'm able to push or come to the table with these representatives, like the city, let's take the mayor of San Diego for instance, right? Yeah. If I come to him and I tell him like, yo, we want Chicano Park to be a historical landmark or whatever, I got 10,000 people that are gonna vote, are either gonna vote with you or vote against you on the next re-election, you know, and start coming to the table with some actual some leverage, bro. And people that are in power want to stay in power. And if you don't come to the table with an organized, collective, you know, 3-dot agenda, then, you know, people, that's why people get tired. I think that's what people don't believe in the system, because nothing gets done. They think nothing gets done, but things are getting done. Things that are against you, things that don't are counterproductive to your beliefs. You know, down here in San Diego, in National City, which is another basically city of San Diego, a city within the city. Right here in National City, you're not able to have taco carts, right? We'll just take that. We're not able to have taco carts. In San Diego, you're able to have a permit to do it, but in National City, you can't. And it's just like, we'll take that little small thing. Like, I know at least the 3 families that could be supporting themselves making tacos in the taco cart out in the street, but you can't. You got to pass legislation. There's a lot of red tape. So that, for example, if I were to go to National City and tell them, hey, you know what? We want to have legislation to be able to have food carts on the streets, you know, from certain time to certain time. All right, well, what's up? Well, check this out. I got 10,000 voters that are in your area, as a matter of fact, that if you don't support this proposition, or if you don't put a plan up or anything, we're going to vote you out. And when you start messing with people's money is when people start taking you seriously. You know what I mean? And that's how I feel, man. And it's you know, like I said, there's a lack of leadership down here. There's a lack of leadership, I think, in the Latino community, period.
Yeah. That's dope that you mentioned that, bro. You know, so it seems to me that it's more important to know what communities need and how to make a plan to kind of pitch that, you know, that format of how can they get it for the community, more so than having the money to build a team to support you. Which one do you think is more important? Having the money to have a team, or having the plan of how to engage into your proposition?
I think having the plan, because if money is gonna dry up, man. We gotta think. We gotta be super resourceful. We gotta be willing to volunteer. We got to be willing to do stuff for free that you know you're not going to get paid for. I'm coming from a poor, poor, impoverished class. You know what I'm saying? And it's not about, at this point, it's not about brown, white, black. It's just that I'm in a poor class, and either you are in the same class as me or not. But I'm not looking for a handout either. You know what I'm saying? So I think as far as money, to have a team, I think people that work on money, hey, it is what it is. You trade your time for money and everything, but I think it'd be more strategic for somebody like me that doesn't have money to like that. You know what I'm saying? It'd be more strategic to come up with a plan and throw hours, because that's what I do have. I do have time. So I'm able to donate hours, which at times could be more valuable than, what I'm saying? What's my time worth? You know what I'm saying? So it's I think if it comes down to me making the decision, knowing that I don't have money to back, to get support that way, then I'd come up with a plan and a simple plan, bro, a simple plan. You know what I'm saying? Baby steps, because it since it's all connected, it all stacks up towards the goal that you want. So if we want to put pressure on the mayor of San Diego for let's say curfew, right? Or let's say Chicano Park, to make it an historical landmark. You know what I'm saying? And I think it is, if I remember. But I'll say it wasn't. If we wanted to put pressure, what would it take? So it would be like a year plan. And the very first thing I would do is go knock on houses. Get 100 people to sign just something I wrote, like, hey, we want Chicano Park to be a historical landmark and not to be touched. It could be like that. Get 100 signatures, bro. And I'm talking about going door to door and be like, hey, and give them the whole spiel, like, hey, I feel that Chicano Park should be an historical landmark. If when voting comes in 2022 or 2021, can I count on you to vote a certain way if I get this proposition? Can I have your email address and I'll send you information on how it goes? Then you do that to 100 houses, bro. You do that to 100 houses, and every house could have, say, 2 people, right? That's 200 people, 200 signatures. And you go to the mayor, bro. You go to the mayor and you start putting pressure. You start putting pressure. Say the mayor blows me off, right? The mayor says, you only got 200 signatures. I ain't tripping on that. All right, well, now I look at my paperwork, right? And I look at the area. All right, well, I got 60. Out of 60, I got it in zone 1. Who's the representative from zone 1? And go to them and tell them, hey, check this out. Like, I want to move this proposition to make Chicano Park a historical landmark. I got 60 voters. I got 60 voters in your county that are supporting this. Will you support it? If you don't, then I'll make sure they vote against you. They vote you out and vote someone else that will. You get what I'm saying? And start putting pressure, bro. And it sounds monumental, but once you do the legwork, it doesn't go nowhere, bro. You start networking, you make connections, you knock on people, people know you. Your name gets out there. You start say that agenda falls flat on its face, right? Say that we don't get it passed, we don't get nobody voted. But I got 1,000 people that signed, and guess what? The next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna the curfew, the over here the bars close at 2. I think California closed at 2 or whatever. Let's pass a law that gives after last call at 2 o'clock. Let's pass a law that says we're gonna add an hour for people to stay at the bars for them to sober up, right? Well, now I don't start from 0, bro. I start with 1,000 people, and I start hitting new houses, bro, and it all builds on itself. You get what I'm saying? It's rewarding, bro, and it's all interconnected. That's how I feel. You know what I mean?
I mean, like you said, it sounds monumental, but like there's 2 sides to every, to every story, to the coin. You know what I mean? And what a lot of people get discouraged on is the fact that they don't have a team, or they don't have enough followers, so they get discouraged. Or like, you know what? How much really is this gonna work out? Like, there's people with like millions of dollars campaigning and doing things with connections that they have built over years. of people that can move laws and change things instantly. You know what I mean? So how can people from the community, how can we come together and do something without having to, you know what I mean? It's like we're going against the people with power and shit. Like, how can we build that up as a community?
It's again, man. You're if you try to hit the system dollar for dollar, you're not gonna win. You cannot go dollar for dollar with the establishment. You cannot go dollar for dollar somebody that's been entrenched and being backed by millions, hundreds of thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying? You just can't do that. And also, you can't just jump in with 100,000 and think, hey, I got money and we're gonna make this happen. If you remember the primaries for the Democrats, there was a guy named Mike Bloomberg, the billionaire, richer than Trump, like 10 times richer than Trump, and that dude threw like an estimated $500 million, bro, to not get any delegates. And these are just like determining factors of how many you need delegates to make to the primary, which is a whole nother subject. But he tried to buy his way in, and it didn't work, man. It didn't work. So you gotta do the groundwork, bro. You got for people that like, oh well, I don't know how many followers I'm gonna get. You're going about it all the wrong way, man. You can't go into this like expecting rewards. You can't expect, nobody's gonna pat you on the back. You're gonna be the unsung hero, bro. You gotta truly believe in what you're doing. You gotta truly believe that, you know what, I'm doing this for the cause, and not knowing what could happen. You know what I'm saying? And for us, and I say like our generation, like it's a burden to think that way, I think. Like, if we think back to, like, Cesar Chavez, like, imagine if he had that same thought process. Man, if I fast, would people notice? Or if I go out, and protest, would people care? Like, nah, man, you can't think that way because you already have a negative mentality. Nah, he believed in something, and he followed through. He's like, hey, you know what? I'm going to fast. I'm going to do it. He did it. You know what I'm saying? Or, hey, I'm going to go walk and protest. He did it. You get what I'm saying? So, you can't. You gotta change your mindset, and know that what you're doing is worth the cause. Whatever you believe in.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that's totally true, bro. Once you go in, and you gotta go in with that mindset, with that, you know what I mean. Before it's even been done, that's the best way to go at it.
Absolutely.
Now, as for someone that's trying to educate themselves more about the system and laws and stuff like that, what would you recommend?
I mean, look, man, we have so much access to a lot of good things. YouTube's a good start, man. You can start following people that don't if you for example, if you're pro-abortion, right? Or we'll go the other way. Say you're pro-life, right? Look, do your research. Go on YouTube. I mean, look up some people that feel the same way. Some names that pop out are like Ben Shapiro, that is pro-life. You know what I'm saying? But don't get all your sources. Don't get all your information from one source. I would recommend get if you find somebody you like, that's cool. Find 2 other people that are on the same topic, that are pro-life, and see how they feel. But it's all about, to me, I'm more of a audible learner, so I like to hear. The best way for me to learn is to be able to hear it. I'm not really a visual learner, or like to read and stuff like that. Like I have bad. I'm not too good at it. You know what I mean? So I prefer to have open conversation and hear audibly other people's ideas and generate my own. So I would encourage people. I mean, we have access to like the best flow of information, good or bad. You know what I mean? But you have access to the internet, then you have everything you need on your phone, literally, bro. If you want to do your own research, guns, gun control, all these topics. Read up on political figures. read up on Ben Shapiro on both sides. Whether you're I say Ben Shapiro because he's really prevalent for the Republicans and conservatives. So it's read up on them, read the good and the bad. You know what I mean? And if you're the other way, somebody like David Pakman it would be like on the other side of Ben Shapiro, right? He's a libertarian and he's on the left side, and he's a liberal. So look the good and the bad. Get well informed.
That's good. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. I don't want to keep you here for long, bro, because I know you've been working long hours and shit. Pero I just want to get into your mindset, bro, about the whole racial, indifference that the nation is combating right now, bro. What is your input in all that?
As far as like the cops and minorities or
just everything in general, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I know now, I don't know, we know if it's a system. I don't know if it's, been pre-planned, for Latinos and black people to go at it and to have that racial tension between them and just everything, bro. Everything in general with the cops and how the fact that, I don't know if you're aware of that one, the what's it called? That lady that had a little puesto, I'm not sure where it was, that she got ran over, and it turned out to be a white dude in his mid-40s or something like that. And now they're saying it was a hate crime, and they won't show his face. But a lot of people are like, and it's true, you know what I mean? A lot of people are saying, like, if it were to be a black or a Latino dude, they would right away post up his face on, you know what I mean? And say,
yeah.
oh, this black guy ran over this white lady or whatnot, But what is your input in that?
So, real simple, man. All for people like you and me, and I'll speak on myself, right? This has been going on forever. Being harassed by cops, racial tensions, have been happening for years, bro, for years. But now, thanks to technology and how everybody has access to internet, majority just on their phones, excuse me, get to see the life that we've been living. You get what I'm saying? Now people are finally waking up to, like, oh my God, like, minorities are getting pulled over twice as much as everybody else. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, people are starting to see the life that we've been living. You know what I mean? Like, when people say, hey, well, cops shoot African Americans and this and this and that, they always bring up Chicago. And it's like, bro, last time I checked, bro, I don't think gang members get checks from the city. You get what I'm saying? Like, cops are there to enforce the laws and protect and serve and this and that. Game, I'm sure I'll speak for Hispanics, bro. Like, Mexicans kill Mexicans by the tons over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not the difference is that these guys are not wearing badges. They're not getting they're not getting taxpayer money to work a job. Unfortunately, Chicago's full of gangs that happens to be black that kill each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody wants to hear that, bro. Like, I live as a Mexican American. I know, like, I don't want to hear about, oh, well, how many Mexicans die? I live that every day. You get what I'm saying? I would only imagine, if like, a cop just killed, hey, well, what about the homie Casper that got shot by another gang? Like, I live that every day. Why would that even be relevant? You get what I'm saying? So I just feel that this day and age, America is finally seeing what black people, Mexicans have to go through, and they don't like it, bro. They want to turn the other cheek. They want to point the finger at something else. They want to always deflect and be like, oh, like, for example, Black Lives Matter, bro. I saw a meme that was so funny to me. When people say, well, all lives matter, you know what I'm saying? Like, they get real defensive. Like, and so the meme said, when people say save the whales and they have signs that say save the whales, it doesn't mean fuck all the other fish. You get what I'm saying? Like, so when people say Black Lives Matter, it's like, and somebody says, oh, well, all lives matter. It's like we're not saying that nobody else matters. It's just saying, hey, why don't you open up your eyes a little bit and just know that there's some
Awareness.
injustices happening.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some injustices happening, and maybe it's not happening in your state. That's the other thing, is that these people think is like I got a friend that's in I'll just say a different state because I know they'll freak out as soon as but I feel like oh well, that's California's problem. That's California's problem. Like why are you guys like they can't fathom, they can't believe like the situation that, oh, it's fake news. You get what I'm saying? Like when somebody gets shot, like or in the back from running away from cops, like, oh, it's fake news and it's fake news. Like it's just the whole perspective is warped. You know what I mean? And I just feel that. But going back to the question, I think America's finally waking up and looking at the injustices that have been happening under their watch. You know what I'm saying? It's just that they don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't like seeing all this shit blasted on the news, and they feel like the liberal media is favoring this agenda, and it's like, no, man. Sorry, my bad. Hold on. Almost lost you there. They feel like there's an agenda, and it's really not, bro. It's just the truth, and the truth hurts.
Now, do you ever feel like it's us against them type of feeling that you get from overall watching, the videos that are shown or just experience? Do you ever get that feeling?
I used to when I was younger, like when I had that revolutionary thinking, I always felt like it was us versus them, and that's the little lens I was looking through. But when you get more educated, I'm not saying that I'm smart or educated. I'm just saying when you start noticing things and when you start taking in experiences and you start understanding other people's perspectives, like, hey, you know what? Like when somebody tells me, hey, I voted for Trump, I don't get mad at them, bro. Like, they might have some fears that are justified for that, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel now that I'm older, thank God, I understand that. Hey, there's gonna be people, bro, that have revolutionary thinking, and it's us versus them type of mentality on both sides. I feel like both sides have those types of people, but I think in the end, if you start having conversations, if you start communicating and giving each other just a chance to talk and really listening to somebody else. Like, bro, there's people that voted for Trump that are really scared about the border. Like, they're really scared. You get what I'm saying? Like, and that's understandable, bro. Like, hey, you know what? I feel you on that, man. Like, if you're really genuinely scared about the border, then I see why you voted for Trump. And that would have been it. You get what he promised to put up a wall to make you feel safe. Like, hey, you know what, man? If Trump told me anybody weighing over 300 pounds is gonna get $1,000 a month, like, bro, I would have voted for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he gave me a bogus promise, you get what I'm saying? Like, hey, every minority is gonna get $500 a month. Like that's what it sounds crazy. It sounds crazy, but if he said that, I would vote for him. But check this out. He said, I'm gonna build a wall, and people that are scared of the border was like, hell yeah, like I'm gonna vote for. So, it's again, you sit at the table with somebody that's thinking that way, and me being Mexican American, it's on me, bro. It's on me to demonstrate why they shouldn't fear the border as much. And by the way, I'm all for border security, bro. I'm all for that. I'm not for the wall, but I think we could spend the money that would build for that on better resources to secure our borders a lot better than spending $5 billion on a wall that we're gonna have to maintenance half $500 million every year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think there's a better way to spending that money.
And the raza are still going to find a way to hop over any fucking way. You know what I mean? So all that's going to be, you know what I mean, for no reason and shit. But that's a good point you made, bro. It's a good point you made that once you got to the realization and you got more, educated, and you started seeing on the point of views on both sides, you start to hate have hate, less hate. You know what I mean? Because I'm
Yeah.
for a long time I was dealing with hatred towards white people. You know what I mean? And all
Yeah,
because
yeah,
of
absolutely,
experience and shit.
absolutely.
You know, and I had to really like practice listening and thinking about both sides of the conversation, not just be stubborn and stick to my point of view, because
Yeah,
they're agitated and angry about something that matters to them, and me not wanting to hear it is not going to change it. They're still going to be angry at that reason. You know what I mean? So it's like I started to listen more and like be able to understand their point of view. Like,
yeah,
I don't think I ever even got angry at the fact that Latinos voted for Trump. I started to investigate why would Latinos vote for Trump. You know what I mean? When all this talk about, well, Trump is calling us rapists and whatnot, but también you gotta think about it. La raza la caga, bro. La caga fucking hard sometimes. You know what I mean? They
yeah,
come on the fucking news doing some stupid shit, and it's like, bro, that's why they call us all these fucking names. You know what I mean? That's why they see us as fucking animals. Some of you motherfuckers out there are doing animal type behavior and shit. You know what I mean? And it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
ooh, like, you know what I mean? Y'all gotta stop that shit. You know?
It boils down to accountability, bro. Like that's why I put a news work account. It's accountability. The A stands for Accountability News Network, and I it starts at the house. It starts with our people. It starts with like instead of expecting them to change, like demonstrate it. You get what I'm saying? And if we want them to respect us, we got to respect each other first. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like uh it's yeah, that's key right there, man. Like we ourselves treat each other like shit, but
Mm-hmm.
expect somebody else to treat us with respect, bro. Like nah, it's gotta go. It's gotta start at the house. The house meaning not just your household, but with our people, like the center. You know what I'm saying? Like the source. If I believe that it goes both ways, man. You gotta earn respect to get respect, and we're demanding respect. We're whatever respect looks like. Higher wages or equal rights or whatever. When we don't even treat each other that way. You know what I mean? And that's key right there.
Yeah, we gotta practice as we preach and shit. You know what I mean? Everyone talking all that, rainbows and unicorns and shit. But once it gets down to the nitty gritty, no one wants to really fucking do it for their own communities and shit. You know?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No,
You
that's
know?
true.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, bro. I want to thank you, bro, for giving me this time. To talk about all these issues that are going on with La Raza, and just things that we should take into consideration on the daily. And just thinking about these issues and stuff. And I want you to shout out your YouTube, bro.
Oh yeah, man. That's Big Ivan's Accountability News Network, bro. Check me out on YouTube. I'm getting my plan together, and I'm looking to load up a video probably soon. Hopefully, either starting next month or late this month. You know what I mean? So just check me out. I'll definitely be checking in with you, bro. So anybody that follows you, man, I'll be here too, man.
All right, for sure, man. And can you give us a little rundown on what you talk about on your channel?
On my channel, basically, I want to put videos up about. I want to strengthen the relationship between communities and police stations, bro. Like,
Hmm.
I think there's gonna be. I think it's gonna get crazy, man. No matter what happens in the election, if Trump gets reelected or if Biden gets reelected, there's gonna be a pissed off subsection of people. You get
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? If Biden wins, yo, these guys are ready to go to war over a fake rig election, bro. And who knows what that entails. You know what I'm saying? And that's dangerous, bro. Like uh, you know, it's dangerous to me. Now, if Trump wins, we've already seen peaceful protests get hijacked by a small center of people that want to riot. You know what I mean? And I think the relationship between communities and police officers needs to get better. You get what I'm saying? And so the videos and my channel, what I want to do and what I'm going to do is go to these police stations and find out information. Like, for example, to better, all of this is to better the relationship, to have a better relationship with the police officers and the community, because we all know, at least I'll speak for myself, I know I have friends that are in the law enforcement. You know what I'm saying? And for them to get beat up, shot, or stabbed, it's not cool. So what I want to do is go and get information and relay to the community. The fact that San Diego has a police chief, and I don't know their name, is a problem. You get what I'm saying? The fact that we have like 7 different police stations, and I don't know any of the chiefs' names, is a problem. So if I feel like if people know that, hey, it's safe to go to a police station and be like, hey, can I speak to Rick? Or I don't, the community needs to have fluid communication with the people that are protecting and serving them. That's just how I feel. You know what I mean? So that's what I want to put on my channel, and hopefully it just helps the communities. You know what I mean? And that's just the beginning. So I appreciate you, man. Shit.
Oh yeah, thanks, bro. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? And for sure, bro, we'll be in touch. And if anyone wants to get in touch with you, shout out your Instagram or your social media.
My Instagram is A.News.Network with a period in between. So A.News.Network. That's my Instagram, or just hit me up on YouTube as Bigg Ivan's Accountability News Network, and you can always reach out to me, man.
All right, no doubt. All right, that was Bigg Ivan, putting it down and informing la gente about, their choices, their options when it comes to voting and whatnot to empower the gente, Gracias, bro. I appreciate it. Have a good night.
Much love, big dog.
All right. Great.
Peace.
All right, my gente. So that is the episode number 2 live on Instagram. This is Brown96 checking out for today's episode, and we'll be hitting you with another episode every Sunday at 8 p.m. live on Instagram. I'll be uploading the videos on YouTube, and also streaming on all audio streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that good stuff. So you don't catch it here, catch it on the audio streaming platforms or on YouTube. Uploaded every episode and beyond. All right, Brown96 checking out. Yo, that's what's up. Play the Hip Hop Spot podcast song real quick. Play that shit.
Yo, what's going down? This is Brown96, and I present to you the Hip Hop Spot podcast theme. Yo, I like to introduce to you a product of the hood, a product like the product you get caught selling in the hood without the sugar and the foolery. So don't you try to fool me. Done enough, there's a hooligan, so don't test. If you're cool to be taken,
Do you visibly shaking?
but I learned the hard way. Listen to the theme of today, and
To show you the way,
not to say I got the answers, but the answers
lie between your eyes. To your life, we condone it.
Not the passion for the soreness. I'm in the stage of my life where I think that it's a balance. I thought I need a status, but now I know that it's a balance. The hip hop spot, get ready, it's coming. Let's see, let's learn your journey now. Welcome to the hip hop spot. Get ready, it's coming. Get ready, let's go. Yo, welcome to the hip hop spot. Get ready, it's coming. Let's see, let's learn your journey now. Welcome to the hip hop spot. Get ready, it's coming. Get ready, let's go.